So, guys, how are you doing? Today, I want us to have a quick review of this vehicle that I bought like 1.5 months ago. I bought it from the second-hand market, and people have been telling me to give them more information about how the vehicle is performing, and then I can mention about the prices for which I bought it for, and the feedback generally after using it for the time that I have been having it. So for your information, this is a Nissan March, a model of 2012. It has a reverse camera, it has an auto drive, so it can stop and when there is traffic. And then the car, as you can see, it is silver. It is a 2012 model. It is already onboarded on Uber and Bolt, but it has not done Uber for a long time for reasons that I can explain. So this vehicle, I was approached by the person who was selling via my Gmail. So there is a gentleman who told me that he wants to sell this car urgently. So he reached out to me. I told him, for how much are you selling it? He gave me his price. I tried to negotiate, and then we arrived at a figure, which I will also tell you how much, so that if you are out there looking for a vehicle, then you can know how to negotiate. So I told him to send me the documents, and the document that I asked for is a logbook, because with the logbook, you are able to check the mileage at the time of import. So I was able to verify what was the kilometer before this car left Japan. So I checked that, and it was satisfactory. And then I asked him for the actual photos of the dashboard, and he sent it to me. And I tried to listen to the narrative in between from the time of importation to the time he is selling. And I found that the mileage difference was actually making sense to say that that vehicle has not done Uber full time for a long time. So just to give you more details about the price. So this vehicle, I got it for, let me just show you the boot so that you can have a taste of how it looks. So normally it has this board here that is used as a back kind of table here up. But right now I had put it down because I was carrying some other luggages. So I was talking about the price. So all of us know that Nissans don't sell at good price, especially from the second-hand market. And my advice is this to anyone who practices a huge turnover of vehicles. And by turnover, I mean people who buy vehicles and sell very frequently. If you are planning to buy a car and stay with it for just an year or two and sell, please don't try Nissans, because you will be disappointed. When you try to sell your Nissan after using it for like an year or two, be ready to lose over 50% of the price that you paid. But I am very sure that people who are trying to sell their Toyota vehicles right now, even if they have been with them for an year or two, they are selling with, because the prices of vehicles have gone up, I'm sure they are selling them for more than how much they bought. But for this Nissan, then it is a big problem. So I was telling you about how much I bought it for. So this vehicle, the guy approached me and told me he is selling it at 400k. So 400k, I'm revealing to you finally the price for which I paid this vehicle. So he said 400k, and of course I told him this is a Nissan, you cannot sell it for that much. So he was like he was telling me now, how much am I ready to offer? And then we started the negotiations. So we negotiated, and we arrived at a figure of around 360k. So that is the money I paid for this car. You can imagine 360k. But again, the vehicle was not in very, very good condition, especially in terms of bodywork. It needed a lot of retouch to do a lot of painting. So I spent quite some good money to do the paint work. I also, invested in cleaning the interiors, as you can see. It is so clean. I cleaned the roof. I took it actually in one of the specialist garages in Kasarani that works on cleaning cars interiors. So the whole of the dashboard was like dismounted, it was put down, and then the seats were removed, the roof was removed, everything, and the floor. They cleaned the carpet and vacuumed everything. So if you see this now vehicle from far, in as much as the color of the seat is not very nice because it's so bright, so it has a lot of some permanent marks, but again it's very easy for it to catch dust. So what I was trying to explain is that you can get it at a very very cheap price if you want. So for me, I paid around what I have said, 400, 360, but I did a lot of other body work and cleaning of the interiors. I changed the tires. The front tires were also completely gone. So if you check here, these tires are brand new. I bought it at Auto Express. I gave you the story about what I went through. So if you can check my video there, you will see. So the front tires are completely new, and each tire I was buying it at 4,500. The bodywork I did it for around 30k, and then cleaning the interiors. And what else? There is actually nothing else I changed. So since I took it, right now it has been 2 months. I have done over 2,000 kilometers. Actually, no issue at all, at all. So just trying to do this video not to to brag about the how good I am at making the right choices, but I have done more videos before. Even before I bought this car, I have done so many videos telling people that if you want to get into this business, you actually don't need to go and buy a vehicle for 1.2 million, or go and take a loan and you hook yourself permanently into something for the next 3 4 years, and you will work day and night to try and repay that loan, while you can get this kind of vehicle at the amount of money that I have mentioned. Actually, if I did not want to invest in doing the cleaning inside and paying someone to clean it, or even doing the paint work, I could have just continued using it after just spending 360,000. It was not a must for me to spend another extra 50,000 which I spent to make it look nicer, because I wanted to use it privately before I give it to a driver and then say that it is a good vehicle or not. But if I was buying this vehicle purposely for business, actually I did not have to do any other body work that I did. And this is the advice I'm giving to people out there. Instead of you taking a big loan, actually someone was telling me, if the 360k that I paid for this, I could have gone to a showroom in Mombasa and put the 360k as deposit, and then be repaying that loan for the next 3 years. Guys, tell me, what would you rather decide? To buy this vehicle cash at 360k, or going to a showroom and putting 360k as a deposit, which would represent, I would say, maybe 30%, and then be hooked into that loan for the next 3 years for you to pay up to 1.1 million. So those are the advice that I actually over insist every time, so that you guys don't have to pay too much money when it comes to you buying a vehicle for business. And to be honest, let me tell you, people who are buying a vehicle for business, it is still a vehicle for business. So if you have a KDR, a KDQ, a KDN, the most newest number plate, I'm telling you, those vehicles do not beat this one when it comes to business, because you are carrying the same customers. They will get dirty like any other vehicle. They will get involved in minor scratches, because as long as a vehicle is on the road, it will be involved in so many small incidences. So there is no way your car can remain clean for 5 years while it is on the road every other minute. So be it a new number plate or be it an old number plate, those vehicles will perform close to the same when it comes to customer service, and you being a driver does not change anything. So guys, just be very sharp. But I'm not advocating that you make wrong decisions to make a quick choice of buying a second-hand vehicle. I took this vehicle through a very, very long due diligence to just ensure myself that everything is in touch, in place, in terms of the gearbox, in terms of the engine, in terms of the interiors and battery and everything that I needed to confirm before I made the payment. and all the dots had connected, and that's why I took that choice. So even for yourself, guys, make sure that you invest in doing the due diligence before you can say that this is it that I want to go for. But definitely it saved me so much money, because right now a vehicle like this one could have costed I would say a new Nissan March will cost right now at I think around 1M. So if I paid it for it like 360, that simply tells you I have saved myself close to 600 and something $1,000, 1,000 shillings, around 640,000 Kenya shillings for this vehicle that I have used already for 2,000 kilometers, and no issue has been there. I have gone with it to Nyeri and 2 times in Nyahururu. So cheers, guys, and I hope you have learned something.